done, you go sit back down, and Sloan, you come up. Scout, that's when you stand up with your next, right? Sloan spells it, goes back, you come up, and then Evelyn, you stand while she's. So while the person in front of you is spelling, you're gonna stand up. It's kind of like you're on deck, okay? All right, before I tell everybody that's sitting in the audience what we're doing, do you guys have any questions? Nothing? All right, let's take a deep breath. All right, so you're gonna talk into this microphone. You don't have to worry about like moving it a lot or anything like that because it'll pick your voice up. Okay, you don't have to necessarily put your mouth really close to it. Just like right about here will be fine. Okay, make sure that you speak clearly and slowly enough that you can understand. Okay, if you hear this, that just means that you made a mistake and that you spelled the word incorrectly. And I'll say, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. And then you go sit back down at your seat right here until the round is over. Okay? Yes?
Are you going to be timed?
Nope, you're not timed. Good question. Well, when you get it, if you get it wrong, you're going to sit back in this spot right here. Okay? Then when the round is over, I'll say that's the end of our round. And if you spelled it incorrectly, you can go and sit with your parents. Or just go out and sit there with your parents out here. You can go out and sit over on the benches, okay? Any other questions? Good luck. I feel like I don't need a microphone right now, but so that it picks me up, I suppose. Oh my goodness, yeah, I feel a little too much here, but I'm Polina Olson, and I'm the health facilitator here at Stratford Elementary. Thank you guys so much for coming. As you likely heard me say, we know that you guys are so proud of them for being up here in the first place. So congratulations on this, that's wonderful. And in first and second grade, this is just kind of a practice to prepare them then for the B that will be in third, fourth, and fifth that they could eventually move to the district B and so on. So I have a few things, I'm gonna read with my back to you, sorry, but I have a few things to say before we get started, just so that you're all aware of some of the rules that we'll be following and that sort of thing, and then we'll get going. It is important that the audience is quiet when the students are spelling. Please reserve applause for the end of each round. There is to be no coaching of any kind from the audience. This includes whispering, spelling words with your mouth silently, hand gestures, etc. We are operating this bee under the guidance of the National Spelling Bee rules. The judges may ask for a word to be respelled in the event of any confusion. The judges may confer, and their decision is final. Students do not need to say the word before or after spelling, however, they may do so if they wish. Capitalization and punctuation are not a factor as to whether a word is spelled correctly. Students may stop and start over, but it must be clear that they are doing so. If a student begins to spell you, for example, and says Y-O-U, they've just spelled yo-you, and that is spelled incorrectly. Once an incorrect letter is given, the word has been misspelled. This applies even if a student realizes a mistake and corrects him or herself. Once a mistake is made, unfortunately, the word is counted as wrong. Spellers may request that the words be repronounced, defined, or used in a sentence. Students may use their fingers or their feet to spell words as long as no actual marks are made. All students return to their seats with the other spellers after they have spelled their word in a round. Whether they spelled the word correctly or not, they return to their seat up here. Students who did not spell their word correctly will then rejoin their class at the end of that round. The rules change when the championship round takes place. This can occur at any time during the B. It takes place when one student in a round correctly spells a word. When this happens, that speller gets one more word. This is the championship round. If she or he correctly spells that word, she or he is the winner. If she or he does not spell it correctly, then all spellers in that round are back in the B and another round is started. There is a great deal of stress in the spelling bee. It's much harder to spell words verbally in front of an audience than it is otherwise. Every student has done a great job to arrive at this point. Let's give them a round of applause.
Are you ready?
Calliope, your word is drop. I decided to drop by the library after work to return the books I had borrowed. Drop. I'm sorry, that was incorrect.
So step up a little closer.
All right, so your word is wig. She decided to wear a colorful wig to the costume party, transforming herself into a vibrant character. Wig.
W-I-G.
That is correct. All right, stop. And then Evelyn, go ahead and stand up. Scout, your word is bed. After a long day at work, I eagerly sank into the comfort of my soft bed for a restful night's sleep. Bed.
B-E-D.
That is correct. Okay, and Josie, you'll stand up. Evelyn, your word is she. She completed the challenging puzzle with ease, showcasing her problem-solving skills. She.
S-H-E.
That is correct. Josie, your word is can. After months of training, he discovered that he can now run a marathon without feeling exhausted. Can.
C-A-N.
That is correct. Oakley, your word is sad. The abandoned puppy looked up with sad eyes, hoping for a kind soul to provide warmth and care. Sad.
S-A-D. Sad.
That is correct. Finley? Finley, your word is got. After a long search, he finally got the job he had been dreaming of for years. Got.
G-O-T.
That is correct. And Shirley, you can stand up. Nima, your word is hand. She extended her hand to help the elderly woman cross the busy street safely. Hand.
H-A-N-D.
That is correct. Shirjit, your word is leg. She twisted her ankle while hiking and had to hobble back to the trailhead on one leg. Leg.
L-E-G.
That is correct. Nicole, your word is nap. After a delicious lunch, I decided to take a short nap to recharge my energy for the rest of the day. Nap.
F-A-B.
That is correct. Stella, your word is far. The mountain peak seemed far in the distance, but the hikers were determined to reach it by sunset. Far.
F-A-R.
That is correct. Cash, your word is end. Despite the challenges, they were determined to see their project through to the end, never wavering in their commitment. End.
E-N-D.
That is correct. And that is the end of our round. All right, are we ready for round two?
Yes.
All right, Sloan, come on up. Your word is spot. Boo looked for a good spot to hide in the kitchen. Spot.
S-P-O-T.
That is correct. Scout, your word is cold. Mira's hands were cold after playing outside in the snow without gloves. Cold.
C-O-L-D.
That is correct. Evan? Your word is grab. Emmy had to grab her baby sister to keep her from falling off the pier. Grab.
G-R-A-B.
That is correct. Josie, your word is bump. Jerry's brother would always try to bump him when they were sitting in the back seat together. Bump.
B-U-M-P.
That is correct. Oakley, your word is dunk. Daryl likes to dunk his cookies in milk before eating them. Dunk.
D-U-K.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Finley, your word is miss. Jack will miss his best friend during summer vacation. Miss.
M-I-S-S.
That is correct. Your word is lamp. June turned on his lamp to read a book about dinosaurs before bedtime. Lamp.
L-A-M-P.
That is correct. Shridget, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is lost. Micah found his lost glasses between the couch cushions along with a paperclip, 2 quarters, a ticket stub, and some popcorn kernels. Lost.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Yes, lost.
L-O-S-T.
That is correct. Cole, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is green. The bleach Ashley spilled ruined her favorite green shirt. Green.
G-R-E-E-N.
That is correct. Your word is math. Gita used the skills she learned in math class to figure out how many cookies she could share with the class without running out. Math.
Can you repeat the word?
Math.
M-A-T-H.
That is correct. Your word is warm. The blanket let Aisha stay warm and cozy on the cold winter night. Warm.
W-O-R-M.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. And that is the end of our round. Please welcome All right, Sloan, you're up. Sloan, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is bear. Urine saw a brown bear in the woods during her camping trip. Bear.
B-A-R-E.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Your word is pick. Mom held out the bowl of candy and asked Richie to pick just one. Pick.
P-I-C-K.
That is correct. Evan? Your word is muddy. Isabel's mom made her take off her muddy boots before coming inside. Muddy.
M-U-D-D-Y.
That is correct. Your word is shirt. Jamil accidentally wore his shirt inside out to school and didn't notice until lunchtime. Shirt.
S-H-I-R-T.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is feet. Humans walk on 2 feet, but other animals walk on 4 feet.
F-E-E-T.
That is correct. Nemo, your word is happy. Juliet always feels tired but happy after a long day volunteering. Happy.
H-A-P-P-Y.
That is correct. Your word is lunch. Hannah and Josh took a break from hiking and ate lunch at a scenic overlook. Lunch.
L-U-N-C-H.
That is correct. Cole, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is lake. Javier skipped rocks across the calm surface of the lake during a family picnic. Lake.
L-A-K-E.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is shape. Carlos tried to make pancakes in the shape of superheroes, but they ended up looking more like pancake blobs with capes. Shape.
S-H-A-P-E.
That is correct. And that is the end of our round. Scout, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is deep. The hole was so deep, Omar couldn't see the bottom. Deep.
D-E-E-P.
That is correct. Your word is spill. Matilda was careful not to spill the milk as she carried her mug to the table. Spill. Matilda was careful not to spill the milk as she carried her mug to the table. Spill.
S-P-I-L-L.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is here. The GPS says to turn here, Melinda said quickly, staring at her phone. Here.
H-E-R-E.
That is correct. Finley, your word is shops. Ariel shops for groceries from the local farmers market on Sundays. Shops.
S-H-O-P-S.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is fresh. Luca picked fresh apples from the tree in his backyard and brought them to school for snack time. Fresh.
F-R-E-S-H.
That is correct. Your word is crisp. Flo hurried to finish eating the nachos while they were still crisp. Crisp.
C-R-I-S-P.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is soup. When Lena is feeling sick, vegetable noodle soup always makes her feel better. Soup.
S-O-U-P.
That is correct. Your word is count. There are too many stars in the sky to count them all. Count.
C-O-U-N-T.
That is correct. And that is the end of our round. Scout, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is grins. Nora grins from ear to ear whenever someone mentions her spelling bee victory. Grins.
G Brins.
That is correct. Your word is glow. Davina wrote a paper on how and why fireflies glow. Glow.
GLOW.
That is correct. Your word is raindrop. Alfonso watched a raindrop slide down the car window. Raindrop.
RAINDROP.
That is correct. Your word is enjoy. Ellie would always enjoy herself at the local swimming pool on summer afternoons. Enjoy.
ENJOY.
That is correct. Your word is outside. After being scolded by their frazzled mother, the children went outside to ride their bikes. Outside.
OUTSIVE.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is great. Mr. Sinclair told his students that they had done a great job on their projects. Great.
Could you please repeat the word?
The word is great.
GREAT.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is summer. The best part of summer was weekly trips to the swimming pool. Summer.
SUMMER.
That is correct. Your word is running. The children were running to catch the school bus. Running.
RUNNING.
That is correct. And that is the end of our round. All right. Your word scout is honking. Cars honking in the traffic jam made it difficult for Jonah to concentrate. Honking.
HONKING.
That is correct. Ella? Your word is caves. Blackbeard ventured into the dark caves, eager to find the spot where the treasure was hidden. Caves.
CAVES.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is monster. Peyton dressed as a swamp monster for Halloween last year. Monster.
MONSTER.
That is correct. Your word is video. Beatrice watched a funny video of puppies playing the piano on her tablet. Video.
VIDO.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Your word is below. Abraham's parents had to show him that there were no monsters below his bed. Below.
BELOW.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is seats. The class put their things away and took their seats as the bell rang. Seats.
Could you please repeat it?
Seats. The class put their things away and took their seats as the bell rang. Seats.
SEETS.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Your word is baseball. Tyler loves to play baseball and is a member of a local Little League team. Baseball.
BASEBALL. Ball.
That is correct. Your word is timer. Miguela used a timer to see how fast she could run the length of a football field. Timer.
Timer.
That is correct. And that is the end of our round. All right, we are starting round 7. Scout, come on up. All right, Scout, your word is behind. Look behind you, Mom said to Joey, who was looking for his shoes. Behind.
Behind.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is catch. When little Riley gets tired of running around the house, Mother will catch him and take him inside for a bath. Catch.
CATCH.
That is correct. Your word is blanket. Walter curled up under the blanket and immediately fell asleep. Blanket.
BLANKET.
That is correct. Oh, Nima's up. You got it. You're right. Nima, your word is partner. As part of the assignment, each student had a partner to work with. Partner.
PARTNER.
That is correct. Your word is pillow. Muriel hugs her pillow while she sleeps. Pillow.
PILLOW.
That is correct. Stella, your word is above. Nellie enjoyed her tea while the birds twittered in the branches above. Above.
ABOV.
That is correct. And that is the end of our round.
Josie, then Paul, you'll come on the other side of Nima, and then Stella, you'll come on the other side of Paul. All right. We ready for the next one? Come on down. To the separate. First one, there we go, and then Stella just sit next to Paul. There we go. All right.
Scout, your word is jazzy. Everyone loved the jazzy bright green sweater that Sean wore around the holidays. Jazzy.
JAZZY.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is quick. Sarah gave her mom a quick kiss as she dashed out the door to meet the school bus. Quick.
QUICK.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is trace. Tiffany is teaching herself to draw and likes to bring thin paper to the library and trace comics onto it. Trace.
TRACE.
That is correct. Your word is updo. Marisol's friends told her she looked so pretty with her hair in a fancy updo. Updo.
UPDO.
That is correct. Cole, your word is field. Priya played soccer with her friends in the grassy field behind her house. Field.
FIELD.
That is correct. Your word is stiff. The huge textbook was stiff and difficult to open. Stiff.
STIFF.
That is correct, and that is the end of our round. Your word is bolts. Hilda locked the door with several heavy bolts to make sure it stayed closed during the storm. Bolts.
BOLTS.
That is correct. Your word is jigsaw. Kim was beyond frustrated when her little brother ruined the 10,000-piece jigsaw she had been close to finishing. Jigsaw.
JIGSAW.
That is correct. Your word is spying. Julius and Ethel Rosenberg were an American couple accused of spying for the Soviet Union. Spying.
SPYING.
That is correct. The following word has two or more correct spellings. Either spelling is correct. Your word is women. Women gained the right to vote in the United States in the year 1920 with the passage of the 19th Amendment. Women.
WOMEN.
That is correct. Your word is handstand. AJ and her friends had a contest to see who could hold a handstand the longest. Handstand.
HANDSTAND.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is pretend. When using her toy kitchen set, Lean loves to pretend that she is a world-famous chef. Pretend.
PRETEND.
That is correct, and that is the end of our round. All right, Scout, your word is sideways. Elena likes to sleep sideways, but her brother always sleeps on his back. Sideways.
SIDEWAYS.
That is correct. Your word is welcome. Lucy was pleased by the welcome she received when she arrived at the inn. Welcome.
WELCOME.
That is correct. Your word is midday. A cannon fires in Halifax Citadel National Historic Site every midday, startling tourists not expecting to hear a loud boom. Midday.
MIDDAY.
That is correct. Your word is softly. Claire sang softly to her new baby cousin until the baby fell asleep. Softly.
SOFTLY.
That is correct. Your word is cobweb. Bjorn brushed a cobweb from his face as he climbed the attic stairs. Cobweb.
COBWEB.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is report. Timmy had to write a report about his favorite animal for homework. Report.
REPORT.
That is correct, and that is the end of our round. All right, Scout, your word is brother. Sean enjoyed playing chess with his brother during summer break. Brother.
BROTHER.
That is correct. Evelyn, your word is outcome. The outcome of the researchers' experiment was better than expected, leading to the creation of an effective new medicine. Outcome.
OUTCOME.
That is correct. Josie, your word is murky. The river's murky water was probably not safe to drink. Murky.
MERK.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is wagon. Jesse and Joseph pulled their wagon filled with toys and snacks to the park. Wagon.
WAGON.
That is correct. Your word is childhood. Noelle remembers how she spent most of her childhood outdoors, running around and riding bikes with friends. Childhood.
CHILDHOOD.
That is correct. The following word has 2 or more correct spellings. Either of those spellings is acceptable. Your word is critters. The campground was bustling with critters whose chirping and croaking filled the air. Critters.
CRITTERS.
That is correct. And that is the end of our round. All right, round number 12. Scout, come on up. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is snicker. The class began to snicker when the substitute teacher realized she was in the wrong room. Snicker.
SNIKER.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Evelyn, your word is twinkle. Atmospheric conditions affect how stars twinkle in the night sky. Twinkle. I'm sorry. To shine with a flickering, sparkling, or intermittent light. Twinkle.
TWINKLE.
That is correct. Your word is stumble. The crowd worried that the front runner would stumble and fall heavily onto the track as he had done in his 2 previous races. Stumble.
STUMBLE.
That is correct. Your word is smock. Amaya wore a smock while painting in art class so that she didn't get her dress dirty. Smock.
SMOCK.
That is correct. Your word is harvest. Given the wonderful weather, Hannah is hoping for a great harvest this year. Harvest.
HARVEST.
That is correct. And that is the end of our round. Evelyn, your word is costume. Kelvin's favorite part of his bumblebee costume is the cute little stinger costume.
COSTUME.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is indeed. Mr. Tufty knew that the homework was indeed difficult, but he also believed his students were up for the challenge. Indeed.
I-N-D-E-E-D.
That is correct. Okay, sorry, I should have conversed a little bit more. I think Evelyn did it correctly. We think she said, and I thought she said a double N. So Evelyn, you're still in. Sorry about that. I'm sure that doesn't help with the anxiety. All right, Cole, your word is mistake. The chef's mistake of adding salt instead of sugar led to a cake that no one found edible. Mistake.
M-I-S-K.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Your word is balloon. The principal liked the science project, but wasn't sure if he enjoyed having the students name their hot air balloon after him. Balloon.
B-A-L-L-O-N.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. And that is the end of our round.
All right.
Okay, so now we are in our final round with the final two. So, hang on just a second. We have, okay, so this time, the way that it'll work, you'll each spell a word in a round. If one of you misspells a word, then the other one has to spell one more word, okay? If you spell it correctly, then the game is over. If you spell it incorrectly, then we go again, okay? So you have to spell an additional word in order to win, okay? And then Stella and Cole don't go anywhere because we will have to figure out who is our third place for our alternate. Oh, no, we don't. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Because we don't go to the District B for first and second grade. We do not have to do that. So sorry for the confusion. Okay, Evelyn, are you ready? Okay. Evelyn, your word is promise. Lacey and her best friend made a promise to never go a day without talking to each other. Promise. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is castle. Harry wrote an essay on the history of a French castle that was the site of a battle. Castle.
C-A-S-T-L-E.
That is correct. And I have one more word. Your word is uproar. An uproar swept the auditorium when Wayne sank a three-pointer at the buzzer. Uproar.
UPRORE.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. So now we're back to the beginning. So next round, Evelyn and Rebecca, that's the end of our round. All right, Evelyn, your word is exactly. Malik measured out the cake ingredients exactly, wanting his creation to be perfect. Exactly. Yes, your word is exactly. Malik measured out the cake ingredients exactly, wanting his creation to be perfect. Exactly. I'm sorry, that was incorrect. Your word is nonsense. Leanne said soothing nonsense to the crying baby. Nonsense.
NONSENCE.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. And that is the end of our round. So now you're back up, Evelyn. Evelyn, your word is jumbled. Amrit found a jumbled mess of papers and photographs in the old box from the attic. Jumbled.
P and a J.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Your word is motion. The baby looked up at the gentle motion of the mobile above its crib. Motion.
MOTION.
That is correct. And you have one more word. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is dimple. Diana grinned, revealing the dimple on her left cheek. Dimple.
DIMPLE.
That is correct. Congratulations. All right, way to go. Will all of the scholars please come back up to the stage so we can get some pictures?
High five. Good job, Evelyn.
All right.
Parents, if you want to come up too, take some pictures, you are more than welcome. Oh, yes, if you want to turn your name tag so we don't see the names on there, that would be amazing. Okay?
spell the word, we will let you know. You might hear that, you might not. It just depends on where in the word. If it's like the first letter, we're not gonna have to spell the rest of the word. We'll dig the button, okay? I'll say, I'm sorry, that's incorrect, and you return back to where you were sitting on the license, okay? Then we finish through the round. Once I say at the end of our round, the audience claps. Then if you were one that misspelled the words, you can go out and sit with your family. If your family's not here, you can just sit anywhere at any of the tables, okay? And then we'll continue with the next round, okay? Let's see. If you want me to repeat it, just say, can you please repeat? But you need to tell me what you want me to repeat. Can you please repeat the word? Or can you please repeat the word and the sentence? Because I'll say the word, so I'll say cat. I have a cat named Pete. Cat. Then you go. Wait until I'm done talking, okay? Because sometimes if you start trying to spell before I finish talking, then I might not hear everything that you said, okay? Let's see. If you misspell it, you go back, you sit down, and you wait. What else was I just going to tell you? Oh, you can also ask for the definition. You can ask me to tell you the part of speech of the word. What I would suggest, though, is you just take a breath before you start spelling. Okay, like don't be in too much of a hurry. Speak clearly, and just take your time. Now, you guys should be so proud of yourselves for doing it. I know that this is kind of nerve-wracking, right? We get a little bit anxious about it, but there's really nothing to be nervous about. You guys have already made it this far. You should be very proud. The people who are here watching you, they're not here watching you because of any expectation except that they want you to know that they're proud of you. Okay? So, you should be proud of yourself. All right, questions before we get started? Yes.
If you like spell a letter wrong, but if you catch it, can you say may I restart?
If you've already said the wrong letter, then it's wrong. But if you're like CA and then you go, can I restart? Like you were about to say something wrong, but you didn't say it. But if you say A, then it's wrong because you said Aaron. I think that it's not a good idea to touch it. Come up here and let's see if you can get to it. So can you kind of get up to your toes a little bit? How about right there? Okay. So it's really, if you grab it, it can pop out really easily. Okay. Come here.
Since there's like more spellings for any of the words, if we spell it like with one of those, but that's still as like
Words that have more than one spelling.
Yeah.
There are a few words that have more than one spelling. Either spelling is correct. However, if it's a word that's a homonym, meaning like a homophone sounds the same, but it's spelled differently. If you do the other spelling, that like 2 and 2. If I said, I want to go to the school, and you spelled it TOO, it would be wrong because it's the wrong form of 2. Does that make sense? Okay.
some of the Spanish words, there's an end of the school. How would you say that?
That is a great question. I have not gotten to that, but since punctuation doesn't matter, I would say just say N. If we get it, yes. No. Once you've spelled it incorrectly, once you've said a letter incorrectly, you're like, okay? Yes.
Do you like spell the word and then say it?
Good question. You do not have to say the word, but if you do say the word, it's fine. Okay? If that's what's comfortable for you, go for it. Any other questions? All right, take a deep breath in through your nose. Push it out. If you find yourself getting really anxious, a lot of times it means that your body needs to take that deep breath in through your nose and push it out. Okay? You guys are going to do great. Okay? And missing a word doesn't mean anything as far as the fact that you are great. All right. We're going to start on the top page.
Hello, everyone. Thank you guys for coming. I am Kalina Olson, and I'm the health facilitator here at Stratford Elementary. This is our 3rd through 5th grade spelling bee today. Our 1st and 2nd place winners will move on to the district bee that takes place at the middle school sometime probably in early to mid-January are the dates that we're looking at right now. As soon as we get that solidified, we will get that information to the parents of the students who qualify for that. We will also have 3rd place will be an alternate. So if it comes to that we need to call people back up to figure out who 3rd place is, we will handle that then. I'm gonna go through a few rules and things to remember. So I'm gonna turn my back to you and read through those so that I don't miss anything. But again, thank you for coming. It is important that the audience is quiet when students are spelling. Please reserve applause for the end of each round. There is to be no coaching of any kind from the audience. This includes whispering, spelling words with your mouth silently, hand gestures, etc. We are operating this bee under the guidance of the National Spelling Bee rules. The judges may ask for a word to be respelled in the event of any confusion. The judges may confer, but their decision is final. Students do not need to say the word before or after spelling. However, they may do so if they wish. Capitalization and punctuation are not a factor as to whether a word is spelled correctly. Students may stop and start over, but it must be clear that they are doing so. For example, if a student begins to spell you and says Y-O, Y-O-U, they've just spelled yo-yo, and that is not correct. So make sure you would say Y-O, may I please start over? And then I'd say yes, and you start again. Once any incorrect letter is given, the word has been misspelled. This applies even if a student realizes a mistake and corrects him or herself. Once a mistake is made, the word is counted as wrong. Spellers may request that words be repronounced, defined, or used in a sentence. Students may use their fingers or their feet to spell words as long as there are no actual marks being made. All students return to their seats with the other spellers after they have spelled their word in a round. This is whether they spell the word correctly or not. Students who did not spell their word correctly will then rejoin back out. They'll join their parents or their family or just sit on one of the benches at the end of the round. The rules change then when the championship round takes place. This can occur at any time during the bee. It takes place when only one student in a round correctly spells the word. When this happens, that speller gets one more word. This is the championship round. If she or he correctly spells that word, she or he is the winner. If she or he does not spell it correctly, all of the spellers from that round are back in the bee and another round is started. Since 2 spellers may go to the district spelling bee, spellers who were eliminated by the championship round may be brought back up to compete in order to determine the speller in 2nd place for the alternate. The district bee will then take place in January. There's a great deal of stress in a spelling bee. It is much harder to spell words verbally in front of an audience than it is otherwise. Every student has done a great job to arrive at this point. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, spellers, are we ready? Okay. Then Amia, come on up. And Drexton, you'll stand on deck while you read. All right. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Amia, your word is trace. Tiffany is teaching herself to draw and likes to bring thin paper to the library and trace comics onto it. Trace. Sorry. Trace.
Trace.
That is correct. Drexton, your word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is mule. The farmer's mule helps him carry heavy loads of vegetables from the garden to the barn. Mule.
M-U-L-E.
That is correct. Carter, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is loose. Katarina's tooth was loose and she wiggled it with her tongue until it finally fell out. Loose.
L-O-O-S-E.
That is correct. Kara, your word is across. Marv spotted his space camp roommate across the room and waved across.
A-C-R-O-S-S.
That is correct. Devin, your word is cling. Ahana was determined to cling to her older sister for the whole party.
C-L-I-N-G.
That is. Oh, and your word is noisy. Kia got mad because her brother's noisy video games distracted her from reading. Noisy.
N-O-I-S-Y.
That is correct. Knox, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is jeans. Jill's favorite pair of jeans is one her mom wore when she was a teenager. Jeans.
J-E-A-N-S.
That is correct. Claire, your word is steady. The lighthouse's steady beam guided ships safely to shore. Steady.
S-T-E-A-D-Y.
That is correct. Jackson, your word is control. Sindura always seems to be either too warm or too cold at school, where the teachers control the temperature in the classrooms. Control.
C-O.
Yes.
C-O-R-T.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Briar, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is poem. Jack's favorite poem is Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. Poem.
P-O-E-M.
That is correct. Abby, your word is token. Kai put another token in the arcade machine to play the game again. Token.
T-O-K-E-M.
That is correct. Sabrina, your word is playground. The playground has swings, slides, seesaws, and monkey bars. Playground.
Playground. P-L-A-Y-G-R-O-U-N-D.
That is correct. Gina, your word is eagle. Noel thought he spotted an eagle high overhead. Eagle.
E-A-G-L-E.
That is correct. Mia, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is young. When children are young, they need to ride in a car seat for their safety. Young.
Y-O-U-N-G.
That is correct. Alexis, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is layer. Grandma added one more layer of noodles to the pan of lasagna before putting it in the oven. Layer.
L-A-Y-E-R.
That is correct. Evan, your word is topics. Mr. Foley never shies away from controversial topics, so the discussions in his class are always lively. Topics.
T-O-P-I-C-S.
That is correct. Liz, your word is cotton. Soraya loved the feeling of her new cotton blanket, cotton.
COTTON.
That is correct. Kaden, your word is office. Paco loved using the big computer at his mom's office. Office.
OFS.
Yes.
OFS.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Kinley, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is berries. Sakura had a great time picking berries, but she didn't like the stains they made on her dress. Berries.
BERRIES.
That is correct. Aaron, your word is spare. Mr. and Mrs. Reynolds hosted an exchange student in their spare bedroom for the school year. Spare.
SPAR.
That is correct. Avery, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is strange. Tariq found a strange bug in the garden and looked online to find out what it was. Strange.
Strange. STRANGE. Strange.
That is correct. Leah, your word is needle. Kai's grandfather sewed him a pouch with a needle, a thread, and a piece of cloth. Needle.
Needle. NEEDLE.
That is correct. And that is the end of our round.
If you misspell a word, go back and sit back right here before until the end of the round, okay?
All right, Amia, come on up. Amia, your word is bolts. Just a second. No, it's not. All right, now we're ready. Amia, your word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is muster. In the end, Maggie could only muster a few votes for her prom theme ideas. Muster.
And
The word is muster.
MUSTER.
That is correct. Your word is fuel. The Millers debated whether to use oil or wood as their source of fuel for the cabin. Fuel.
FUEL.
That is correct. Your word is showed. Elon proudly showed his drawing to his parents, eager to see their reaction. Showed.
SHOWED.
That is correct. Your word is chuckle. The students couldn't help but chuckle as their teacher attempted to dance during the school assembly. Chuckle.
CHUCKLE.
That is correct. Devin, your word is snazzy. Daryl paired his snazzy pinstripe suit with some sleek shoes. Snazzy.
Snazzy. SNAZZY.
That is correct. Your word is include. The chef decided to include the asparagus soup on that night's menu and take off the beef appetizer. Include.
INCLUDE.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is mighty. The wrestler flexed his muscles and looked mighty as he got the crowd excited before the match. Mighty.
MIGHTY.
That is correct. Your word is highway. The construction of the interstate highway system under President Eisenhower improved transportation and commerce in the United States. Highway.
HIGHWAY.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is recess. When asked what his favorite subject in school was, Matt always responded that it was recess. Recess.
RECESS.
That is correct. Your word is rodent. A tiny rodent scurried across the forest floor searching for food. Rodent.
RODINT.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Your word is huddling. Tanvi was upset when she saw her friends huddling in the corner without her, but cheered up when she found out they were choosing a gift to get for her birthday. Huddling.
Huddling. HUDDLING.
That is correct. Your word is taxi cab. Chandra called a taxi cab to get home from the airport. Taxi cab.
TAXICAB.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is sandwich. Calvin patiently explained to his mother that he liked cut on the diagonal. Sandwich.
SANDWICH.
That is correct. Your word is leaking. The roofer fixed the gap in the shingles that was responsible for rain leaking through the kitchen ceiling. Leaking. That is correct. Your word is machine. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Rather than hem the dress by hand, Clyde used his mom's sewing machine. Machine.
MACHINE.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is astray. The coach worried that she had led her players astray with her advice. Astray.
ASTRAY.
That is correct. Your word is scribbly. The margins of Jay's notebook are full of scribbly drawings. Scribbly.
Scribbly.
That is correct. Your word is mansion. Local children refuse to go near the haunted mansion on the hill. Mansion. I'm sorry, that is incorrect. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is spiral. Tyrone found a spiral seashell while walking on the beach. Spiral.
Spiral. S-P-R-I.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is thread. Nina's aunt asked her to find a yellow thread so that she could repair the hole in her blouse. Thread.
Thread. T-H-R-E-A-D.
That is correct, and that is the end of our round. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is massive. The new TV was so massive that the family had to rearrange the entire living room to make space for it. Massive.
M-A-S-S-I-V-E.
That is correct. Your word is velvet. The princess wore a cloak of blue velvet embroidered with gold thread. Velvet.
V-E-L-V-E-T.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is reeds. The reeds that grew by the pond had tops that looked like hot dogs. Reeds.
R-E-D-S.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Your word is should. Dad should be home in 15 minutes, Elena said. Should.
S-H-O-U-L-D.
That is correct. Your word is violet. Thea picked a violet from the garden and tucked it behind her ear. Violet.
Violet. V-I-O-L-E-T.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is breathe. When we breathe, our lungs exchange carbon dioxide in our blood for oxygen in the air. Breathe.
E-R-E-A-T-H.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is wriggle. Greta knew her compost pile was doing well when she saw an earthworm wriggle happily in the hummus. Wriggle.
W-R-I-G-G-L-E.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is squeeze. The twins always squeeze the toothpaste tube in the middle, despite the protests of their parents. Squeeze.
S-Q-E-A.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Your word is groceries. Eliana liked getting groceries with her dad because he always let her pick out one treat for herself. Groceries.
G-R-O-C-E-R-I-E-S.
That is correct. Your word is solution. Although everyone thought long and hard, nobody could come up with a solution to the problem. Solution.
Solution. SOLUTION.
That is correct. Your word is liquid. Annabelle wasn't sure if the suspicious liquid on the floor was water or if her new puppy had had an accident. Liquid.
LIQUID.
That is correct. Your word is neighbors. Aisha's neighbors always get together in the summer to clean up the park at the end of the street and have a cookout. Neighbors.
NEIVORS.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Alexis, your word is giraffe. Each giraffe has a unique pattern of coat markings that distinguishes it from all others. Giraffe.
GIRAFFE.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. The word also has 2 or more correct spellings, and either spelling is acceptable. Your word is bazaar. The bazaar in Ishan's hometown has vendors selling everything from handmade purses to exotic spices. Bazaar.
BIGD.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. It also has 2 or more correct spellings, and either of the 2 spellings is acceptable. Your word is harbor. The ship survived the fierce storm by weathering it out in a natural harbor. Harbor.
HARBOR.
That is correct. Your word is severe. Archibald's temper was severe and arbitrary. Severe.
SERB.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Your word is ghostly. The fog gave commonplace objects a ghostly appearance. Ghostly.
GHOSTLY.
That is correct. And that is the end of our round. All right. Your word is natural. The Niagara Falls are a breathtaking example of natural beauty. Natural.
NATURAL.
That is correct. Your word is bandits. The children pretended to be bandits, stealing candy from the kitchen with stealthy giggles. Bandits.
bandits.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is champion. Bethany was declared the champion of the gymnastics competition after executing a near perfect routine. Champion.
CHAMPION.
That is correct. Your word is superb. The curator said that the museum's new painting was a superb example of impressionist art. Superb.
Superb. SUPERB.
That is correct. Your word is patio. Rachel's birthday party was held on the sunny patio. Patio.
PATIO.
That is correct. Your word is reunion. Leandro was excited to meet his cousins at the yearly family reunion. Reunion.
REUN. Can I spell
Yes.
REUN. ION.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is braids. Naomi always has her hair done in braids before a basketball game. Braids.
Braids. BRAIDS.
That is correct. Your word is wrench. Paul and Sam often wrench the arms of their friends until they utter mercy. Wrench.
WRENCH.
That is correct. Your word is streamers. The family decorated the house with streamers for the baby's first birthday. Streamers. That is correct. Your word is speckled. Amanda wanted to keep the small speckled frog she found at the creek, but her friend said the spots might mean it was poisonous. Speckled.
SPECKLED.
That is correct. Your word is village. Gemma grew up in a small village in Wales that has a population of about 200. Village.
VILLAGE.
That is correct. And that is the end of our round.
Just get down a little bit. And then Alexis come up here by Max. And then Gina by Alexis. And then, what's your name? I'm sorry. Sabrina and Briar scoot down this way. Oh, no. Yeah, here it is. And then, what's Leah down here? Just so that we aren't so much all over the place. Yeah. Like right next to Liz. Because it's gonna go Briar and then Liz and then Leah. So you two switch places. Yeah, there you go. All right. You ready?
All right. Amia, your word is captive. Dad always started lecturing when the kids were captive in the back seat. Captive.
CAPTIVE.
That is correct. Your word, Drexton, is dodgy. Sean thought the salesman's explanation of the issue sounded dodgy, so he decided not to buy the used car. Dodgy.
D-O-D-G-Y.
That is correct. Your word is hopscotch. Frida skinned her knee playing hopscotch. Hopscotch.
Hopscotch.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is quill. Deontay found a beautiful quill and placed it alongside his mom's antique inkwell on her desk. Quill.
Quill. Q-U-I-L-L.
That is correct. Your word is biology. Mikoto is learning about the structure of cells in her biology class. Biology.
B-I-O-L-O-G-Y.
That is correct. Your word is convince. No matter how much he tried, Amir couldn't convince his friends that pineapple on pizza was a great idea. Convince. I'm sorry, that is incorrect. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is terror. Franklin D. Roosevelt warned, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed efforts to convert retreat into advance. Terror.
T-E-R-R-O-R.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is groves. Shubhan took a peaceful walk through the orange groves on a sunny afternoon. Groves.
Groves. G-R-O-V-E-S.
That is correct. Your word is stifle. Too many rules often stifle initiative and creativity. Stifle.
S-T-I-F-L-E.
That is correct. The following word has two or more correct spellings. Either one of the two spellings is acceptable. Your word is gerbils. The children were delighted with their new pets, a pair of curious gerbils that quickly became part of the family. Gerbils.
G-E-R-B-I-L-S.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is naughty. When Elaine's children are naughty, she gives them timeouts. Naughty.
N-A-U-G-H-T-Y.
That is correct, and that is the end of our round. All right, your word is Wednesday. Many school children look forward to Wednesday as the day when the school week is half over. Wednesday.
W-E-D-N-E-S-D-A-Y.
That is correct. Your word is midair. Amy leaped off the diving board and posed midair while her friend took a picture. Midair.
MIDAIR.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is fend. Just before heading out for dinner, Mom and Dad reminded their daughters that there was food in the fridge, but otherwise they had to fend for themselves. Fend.
FEND.
That is correct. Your word is jerky. Kevin enjoys jerky so much that he would eat it every day if it were not so expensive. Jerky.
JERKY.
That is correct. Your word is bypass. Mr. Jakes took the bypass around the city to avoid all the downtown traffic. Bypass.
BYPASS.
That is correct. Your word is bittersweet. Kenji made a strange face after biting into the bittersweet chocolate, expecting it to have a lot more sugar. Bittersweet.
BITTERSWEET.
That is correct. Your word is daredevil. Nia's friends from school considered her a daredevil after she did a flip off the monkey bars. Daredevil.
Daredevil. DAREDEVIL.
That is correct. Your word is ablaze. Gary's attempt to make dinner ended with parts of the kitchen ablaze, leaving everyone scrambling for the fire extinguisher. Ablaze.
AELAZE.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is dolphin. Elijah was thrilled to see a dolphin jumping in and out of the water beside the boat. Dolphin.
DOLPHIN.
That is correct. The following word has two or more correct spellings. Either one of the two spellings is acceptable. Your word is lollygag. Don't lollygag outside my store, the owner barked at the kids on the sidewalk. Lollygag.
LOLLYGAG.
That is correct, and that is the end of our round. All right, Amia, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is albums. Michaela eagerly bought all of the albums of her favorite boy band, thrilled to add them to her collection. Albums.
ALBUNS.
That is correct. Justin, your word is interact. The shelter's new program allowed citizens to interact with animals on a regular basis. Interact.
INTERACT.
That is correct. Kara, your word is magnolia. The blossom of the magnolia is similar to some of the oldest blossoms in the fossil record. Magnolia.
MAGNOLIA.
That is correct. Devin, your word is biceps. Delilah flexed her right biceps to demonstrate how much progress she'd made at the gym. Biceps.
BICEPS.
That is correct. Knox, your word is gasket. The failure of a type of gasket called an O-ring was determined to be the cause of the explosion of the Space Shuttle Challenger in 1986. Gasket.
GASC.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Gina, your word is argument. Alex and Max had a loud argument about whose turn it was to use the video game console. Argument.
ARGUMENT.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Sabrina, your word is membrane. When Norma examined the leaf closely, she could see a network of veins just beneath the thin membrane. Membrane.
Membrane. MEMBRANE.
That is correct. Frere, your word is voyage. Bill and Gail went on a sea voyage for their honeymoon. Voyage.
VOYAGE.
That is correct. Liz, your word is military. When Brian enlisted in the U.S. Army, he was assigned to Fort Benning for military training. Military.
MILITARY.
That is correct. Leah, your word is ballerina. Although the ballerina seemed a bit nervous before her performance, her dancing was flawless. Ballerina.
Ballerina. BALLA.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. And that is the end of our round.
All right, so we don't have to step over each other. Let's Jana scoot next to Devin. And then Sabrina come down next to her, and then Brian, and then Liz. And then we're all on the front, and now we're down close to Is it? Yep, Sabrina and Jana, you guys switch places. And then comes Brian and before. Brian, you go. Do I have it wrong? I'm sorry. Before Brian. You're before Sabrina. Jana and Sabrina, scoot down to this. All right.
Are we ready? All right. Your word is sensation. The new video game created such a sensation that even Farah's parents asked her to teach them how to play. Sensation.
SENSA. Can you say the word again?
Yes. The word is sensation. You can decide. Do you want to start? Okay, you can start.
SENSA. TION.
That is correct. Your word is soldier. The soldier packed lots of water in her bag for the long march through the hills. Soldier.
SOLDIER.
That is correct. Your word is infinite. Kevin often looks at the sky and wonders whether the universe is bounded or infinite. Infinite. I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Your word is locust. Cooper placed the captured locust in a mason jar. Locust.
LOCUST.
That is correct. Your word is diploma. Abdul framed his university diploma and hung it on the wall of his office. Diploma.
DIPLOMA.
That is correct. Your word is disguise. The celebrity wore a headscarf, large sunglasses, and a long coat as a disguise when she was out in public. Disguise.
Disguise. DISGUISE.
That is correct. Your word is Gothic. The Gothic cathedral had enormously tall ceilings and beautiful stained glass windows. Gothic.
GOTHIC.
That is correct. Your word is advantage. As the oldest sibling, Rishi used his height to his advantage and put his favorite snacks on the top shelf out of reach of his little brothers. Advantage.
ADVANTAGE.
That is correct. And that is the end of our round. All right, we are on round 11. Amia, come on. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. We are on round 9. All right, again, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is phantom. Darren was spooked by the phantom voices coming out of the walkie-talkie, which were definitely not his cousin in the other room. Phantom.
PHANTON.
That is correct. Your word is harpoons. The fishermen used several harpoons to spear the large whale swimming underneath their boat, but the whale broke away and escaped. Harpoons.
HARPOONS.
That is correct. Your word is pivot. Martha's dance instructor showed her how to do a pivot gracefully without losing her balance. Pivot. Yes.
PIVOT.
That is correct. Your word is nostrils. The bull's wide eyes and flared nostrils were signs that he was unhappy. Nostrils.
NOSTRILS.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is mattress. Nicole warned her small children not to jump on the mattress. Mattress.
Mattress. M-A-T-T-E.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Your word is television. Luciano is only allowed an hour of television or computer time a day. Television.
T-E-L-E-V-I-S-I-O-N.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is Diablo. In the movie, the villain was portrayed as a Diablo with no redeeming qualities. Diablo.
T-I-A-B-L-O.
That is correct. And that is the end of our round. All right, you ready? This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is council. Ellen hoped her classmates would elect her to be the president of the student council. Council.
C-O-U-N-C-I-L.
That is correct. Your word is ointment. Lucas cleaned his cut and spread a thin layer of ointment over it before applying a bandage. Ointment.
O-I-N-T-M-I-N-T.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Your word is spritzed. Katarina spritzed herself with her favorite perfume before heading out for the evening. Spritzed.
Spritz. S-P-R-I-T-Z-E-D.
That is correct. Your word is wreckage. The community came together to clean up the wreckage left by the hurricane. Wreckage.
W-R-E-C-K-A-G-E.
That is correct. Your word is hurricane. When the townspeople realized that the hurricane was heading their way, they boarded up their windows and evacuated. Hurricane.
H-U-R-R-I-C-A-N-E.
That is correct. The following word has two or more correct spellings. Either one of the two spellings is acceptable. Your word is trousers. When his trousers ripped during the meeting, Kareem hoped no one would notice. Trousers.
T-R-O-W-S-E-R-S.
That is correct. All right, that's the end of our round.
Good job, Braxton.
All right. Amia, your word is rampage. The cyclone killed at least 65 people on its rampage through the state. Rampage.
R-A-M-P-A-G-E.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is oysters. Oysters are ecological superheroes, filtering up to 50 gallons of water a day. Oysters.
O-Y-S-T-E-R-S.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is vermin. Rebecca's grandmother uses strange powders to keep vermin out of her cabinets. Vermin.
V-E-R-M-I-N.
That is correct. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is laurel. One more laurel was added to Yanni's growing collection when he was voted the basketball team's most valuable player. Laurel.
L-A-U-L.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is applause. The cast of the play bowed to enthusiastic applause from the audience. Applause.
A-P-L-A-U.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. And that is the end of our round. All right, we are at the beginning of round 12. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is muscles. Navneet showed off his strong muscles by lifting the heavy weights above his head effortlessly. Muscles.
M-U-S-C. L-E-S.
That is correct. Your word is karate. Jessica used karate to immobilize the burglar before calling the police. Karate.
K-A-R-A-T-E.
That is correct. Your word is levitate. Colin's favorite part of the haunted house ride is the room where all the pieces of furniture levitate. Levitate.
L-E-V-I-T-A-T-E.
That is correct. And that is the end of our round. All right. Amia, your word is trek. The hike to the area known as the Chimney Tops in the Great Smoky Mountains turned out to be quite a trek. Trek.
T-R-E-K.
That is correct. Devin, your word is bygone. Wesley's grandfather lamented the bygone days of $1 gallons of gas. Bygone.
B-Y-G-O-N-E.
That is correct. Briar, your word is demigod. The hero, Gilgamesh, was a demigod in ancient Babylonian mythology. Demigod.
D-E-M-I-G-O-D.
That is correct, and that is the end of our round. All right. Your word is merfolk. In legends, merfolk are said to dwell deep beneath the ocean's surface. Merfolk.
M. Can you say the word again?
The word is merfolk. And you can go ahead and start over. Merfolk.
M. E-R-F-O-L-K.
That is correct. Your word is rebuke. The preacher warned his flock not to rebuke others before they had first examined their own faults. Rebuke.
R-E B U-C-K.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Your word is newfangled. The newfangled coffee maker had more buttons than an airplane cockpit, confusing everyone who tried to use it. Newfangled.
Newfangled.
That is correct, and that is the end of our round. All right, so now things are a little bit different. We will do rounds just like we did. If you both spell the word correctly, then we'll just keep going to the next round. However, if one of you misspells the word, then the one who spelled it correctly has to then spell one more word correctly before we call it the end. If you spell it incorrectly, then the other person's back in. Okay? All right. This word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. Your word is rogue. The rogue slipped through the bustling marketplace, picking pockets and stealing merchandise without anyone noticing. Rogue.
R-O-G-U-E.
That is correct. Your word is threshold. Now, at the threshold of adulthood, James is wondering what to do with his life. Threshold.
Threshold.
That is correct, and that is the end of our round. Your word is surcharge. When he saw the surcharge for extra cheese on his pizza, George joked that the cheese was probably made of gold. Surcharge.
S-I-R.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Your word is guava. A slice of guava topped off Rwanda's fruit salad. Guava.
G-U-A-V-A.
That is correct. And now you have one more word to spell. Your word is embroiled. The senator found himself embroiled in a political scandal that dominated the headlines for weeks. Embroiled.
E-M-B-R-O-I-L-E-D.
That is correct. And that is the end of our game. Congratulations, guys. All right. So both Briar and Amelia, you guys will move on to our B, excuse me, in January, okay, to the district B. I will send out information to that as soon as I get it, okay? Those of you who spelled in the B, will you come back up so that we can get a picture, please? All right.